Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. I'm Viola Lavi.
Good morning. Welcome back. I'm Veronica Odeka. The Buhari administration says that job creation is one of the pillars of the economic recovery plan. The government has continued to release figures to back what it claims to be the rewards of its efforts to provide a means of livelihood to the greatest number of Nigerians of working age. But economic analysts are saying there is a yawning gap in the critical relationship between the government and the private sector in the area of job creation. That void is what entrepreneurs like Kelechi Oghene has been trying to fill. She is the president of the GYMT Fashion Academy, as well as the GYMT Foundation, a private initiative which has been empowering aspiring hundreds of young women in the fashion industry. She has now joined us to look at how far she has gone with this project and how much impact it has made in the lives of its target audience. Good morning and welcome back to the program.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good to see you.
So just for people that didn't see you last time, just give people a refresher of what GYMT does.
Okay, so GYMT Fashion Academy is creating the next generation of fashion entrepreneurs through fashion. And by the grace of God, we've been able to train over 500 women and young men that have started their own businesses today. And we currently have some students in business. So because of the entrepreneur sessions that we usually have for them, you know, taking them sessions like customer service, marketing, branding, management, like so we did one yesterday as well. You know, they've been able to start and manage their business. And then we also have GYMT Foundation. So that's an initiative that has been sponsored by the GYMT Fashion Academy, where we take in students and train them for free because they cannot afford the school fees. And we also have, you know, like a lot of them that have also started their own businesses. And then we started, we've done a lot of projects. Okay, they've done like just the year now, they've done avant-garde project, they've done Agbada project, They've done a lot of projects, Nightwell and During, you know, they do like a whole lot of projects, hot couture projects, you know, so we're not just teaching them to be basic, but to become designers. And at the end of the day, when they start their business, they can carve a niche for themselves and then define their strength, you know, to say, okay, either I want to go into production, I want to go into ready to wear, I want to go into hot couture, or, you know, I want to own a fashion academy as well, like some of the alumni, you know, that have graduated from the school, about 4 of them own their own fashion schools today, you know, and then I think 2 of them have also graduated some students. I call them my grand students. You know, so
the network is building.
It's just amazing. So we started a project this year. I think in February when I came, I said we're starting a new project to train 500 women for free this year because over the years we've done over 200 women. So now we've started training them, and like I said, they've done some projects as well. You know, like their jumpsuits and all that. We also have like a new initiative also that is being vetted by the foundation, where that's GYMT SME support scheme, where we support entrepreneurs that have started their businesses but, you know, are struggling with probably maybe finance and all that. So we give them about 100,000 naira every month. Now that was the idea, but so far we've given close to 1 million. So instead of giving maybe like 400,000, which is because this is April, you know, we've given in February, I think we did 590. In March, we did 300 just yesterday. So it's once every month, last Friday of every month. You know, they come, they apply, we don't know them. So we put up the advert and then people just apply, you know, they come make a page and then the winner goes on with an award and also the money, you know, to support their business. So you have to tell us what 100,000 naira will do for your business. And yesterday we gave
out. What does
100,000
naira do for business?
A lot. 100,000 can actually do a lot. Like one was saying yesterday when she was making her pitch, she actually broke down. You know, she said she's a shoemaker. She's been supplying to her clients, but then she's filing the shoes with her hand, you know, and it's quite intense and it's giving her issues. So she needed to buy, I think it's a combo filer, the machine, I think. Yeah. So she gave like breakdown of 25,000 for the machine. She said, she also said, you know, like some things, I don't know anything about shoes now, but she said
but then but for 100,000, she could take her business from where to where?
So to the next level, actually. She can buy some materials as well.
So from a starting point,
from almost she's started already, like, like they said, you know, they've started already. They've been supplying people, but it will just make their job easier. So let me tell you, like another one said, you know, she has a butterfly machine. I think that's about 30-something, but now she needs an industrial machine, which is about 7-something thousand, you know, so that she can start producing, you know, like more, and then it makes her job easier and faster as well. So when you hear them make this speech, you would know that 100,000.
And these grants and these funds are
it's free. It's not loan. It's just to support them.
These funds that are provided to them are through the foundation.
Yes.
And how do you determine how many people will receive the funds every month, and do they have to come with a business plan?
Yes, so they do like a video, okay, and then they tell you what 100,000 naira, they tell us rather what 100,000 naira will do for their business, and then they put it online. So, and then we call them. So we shortlist them, and then we call them the last Friday of every month, you know, to come make a pitch. So we have like judges that we invite after the entrepreneur session, you know, with the whole student. Then they make the pitch and say, okay, this is what 100,000 naira will do for my business and all that. And then the winner gets the 100,000.
So here's another question. I'm just a bit curious because viewers are probably watching it. I mean, I know how many DMs I get in my inbox with people saying, oh, do you train? Do you have a fashion school? Are there requirements? Do you have to have been in business for such a period of time?
Minimum 1 year.
Okay, minimum 1 year.
To get this fund, yes,
in business. And then what do they have to bring proof after, you know, of how the 100,000 has been used, or how it has helped their business?
This is a program we're watching. This is an initiative that we started in January. You know, when I came in February, I just said we just started it. So we're watching to see if they're actually, you know, going to do what they say they'll do, you know, with the money. But yes, they come with some documents, like you should have a business name. You know, most of them came with documents, and then those that, you know, didn't have their business registered were, of course, we asked them to back down. But there are 2 of them that we decided to let, you know, contest yesterday, because when we checked their business page on Instagram, you know, they had like loads of pictures, you know, that they were already, you know,
making efforts.
Yes, making effort. So instead of to discourage them, we're just trying to encourage them, you know. So
when the people receive the 100,000 naira, what is your hope for that money? Is it that you're hoping that they go and, I mean, you hope they donate more back to you so you can do more of these trainings? You hope they train? What do you want to see happen to them, and how does this tie into job creation?
So now, first is more of the foundation, which is, you know, training these women through fashion to start their own business. So first, I'm not just giving you the money, I'm teaching you the skill. So that, because if I give you even 5 million naira, without skill, you will just vandalize it, or you can't manage it better. So first, it's not just about giving the money, it's been training them first, you know, training them in the different aspect of fashion, and then having them also take the business sessions, you know. Then now I'm like, okay, because of the feedback I'm getting, oh, business is hard, you know, we keep investing, it's not easy. Some of them will say, oh, I think I want to stop this, I want to go do the 9 to 5 again so that I can be on basic salary. You know, so from those feedback I have been getting, I'm like, okay, instead of you giving up, because I know entrepreneurship is not easy, but I think is about the best thing, you know, that can happen to anybody. So I tell them, okay, fine, let me support with, you know, this 100,000 naira every month, and see how, you know, it would help you, it would support you. Now, this is not loan, this is not, I don't need them to give me anything. Even the foundation students that we have trained, like Ruth Signature, the Mamaka Stitches, and Remide Signature, we have a whole lot of them. Now, when they finish, I don't even expect them to come work for me. I don't need anything back, you know, from them. I need them to start, so that I can say, oh, that person finished from this school. Oh, because of me, you know, this person is able to have a stable life. And then you need to hear like the testimonials, like Beauty Green. She's a fashion academy student. One of them that owns their own fashion academy. Now she came into Lagos, I think 2 weeks back, and called me and said she wanted to come she wanted to come do internship because she wants to learn more. And if she could, she should pay something. And I said, no, you just come and learn, because at the end of the day, I need you to stand. I need you to grow, because you must not fail. If you fail, it means I have also failed, because I need to make reference to these brands and say, oh, because of, you know, through this school, they're able to start, and then, you know, this.
So people pay to come to the school?
Yes. So there is a fashion academy, GYMT Fashion Academy, and then there's GYMT Foundation. So it's the academy that is funding the foundation.
Yes. How much is the academy? How much is it to get I mean, what do they get? Do you get a certification at the end?
Yes.
So how much is the academy?
So we have from 150,000 up. because we have 3 months, we have 6 months, we have 9 months, we have 12 months, we have even up to 24 months. Now, I encourage them to do minimum 6 months, because the more you stay in school, the more you learn. You can't be a fashion designer in 3 months. I mean, I've been in business for close to a decade or over a decade now, and I'm still learning. I still take, sessions with the facilitators in-house, and I go for courses, and each time I go, I come back, I structure more. So you never stop learning. So what I do is, even if you pay for 6 months, I give you 2 months free, so that you can stay and learn more. If you pay for 9 months, you also get 2 months free. For the weekend students, if you pay for maybe 6 months as well, you get 9 months. I give them 3 months free.
So how much is a total of 6 months?
So we have so from 150, depending on the program. So
okay, so the whole program is 150, not 150 a month.
No, so there's pattern, there's illustration, there's beading, there's art and craft. So for the different programs we have 150, 250, 350, we'll have up to 750. We even have up to 1.5 million. So it depends on the program.
How do people pay for the program, especially?
They pay because
we have 1.5.
They pay because of the structure that we have. We also have like our own fashion show. GYMT African Humanitarian Award is an amazing fashion show. Like if you go on our website, you'll see the fashion shows that we've done. And then at the end of the day, these students are not just coming out and just learning how to cut and sew, but how to create a collection. So for the fashion show, they are graduating as designers,
and they are empowered.
And they are empowered. Yeah. Okay. So even last month, I gave out 11 industrial machines to the students. And this is something that I'll continue to do. Now, this is not inclusive in their school fees. It's just something, I look at the students, those that really need it, and then just to give back. Last year, I told you I gave out 95 industrial machines as well. So I'm not just doing for only the foundation, but, for my students as well. There is another lady that I'm so proud of, House of Lashe. So we have, like I said, we have students in business. She posted something and said, she got an order, and then she wanted to, okay, so this is my design. The last time I said I wear only my brand. Now, this is something we also teach them, how to make embellishment, how to play with, accessories and all that. Now, she did something like this for a client, and then, she was struggling and said, oh, I wish she has, like the machine that we use at the office, but now she's using a steam iron, and I told her that you just want yourself a steaming machine. And then, so she's a student, but then she came to school and she picked it up. So giving back to my students, the excitement, is just, when they say, oh, thank you, ma, they know that, they know me that, I'm for them, and there's nothing that can beat that, really. Just to support them in any way that I can, and then also mentorship. They call me and say, oh, how do I get designers? How do I manage, people stealing my clients? How do I manage people copying my designs? Things like that. I like the fact that they always look up to me to give them advice and all that. So I'm also trying not to disappoint them.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yes.
On that note, we're going to come back to you. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to you more about how you're creating jobs.
Okay, thank you.
I'm now for a short break. Welcome back to the show. We're still with Princess Oghene, who is creating jobs and empowering people. Please tell us more about how many jobs do you think you guys have created since you've been around?
We've created over 500 jobs. Over 500 jobs. If you go on our website, you will see the brands, that have practically started their own businesses that graduated from our school. And they're doing so well. So over 500. And really, we also have job placements for these people. If they don't want to start their brand, they can actually come.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask. I'm saying, a lot of times we hear where people are pushed into entrepreneurship, and a lot of times people say, go be an entrepreneur, you can make it happen, you really shouldn't work for 9 to 5. And not everyone is really cut out to be an entrepreneur. So I was a bit curious as to say, if you have people that do come to the school and they, say, I want to learn the craft, but at the same time, I definitely want to. Is the school set up to have programs where there's job placements for them? And who are some of the companies or some of the designer brands or structures that you work with to give the students job placement? Or how does it work for the job placement?
Okay, so the job placement is because we have a lot of students, and as you know, this project, of training more foundation students is actually a lot. So which means I'll be needing more facilitators, to train them. If the alumni, when they finish, if the student, rather, when they graduate, if they say they want to work for me, of course, I would take them and start paying them. But
work how?
Unfortunately, so they will become an instructor. Okay. You know, they become an instructor and then they start teaching and then we start paying them.
Okay.
You know, so it's anything that I cannot manage, you know, I don't start it. Yeah. So if I say there's job placement, it means I already know there will be structure for that. So just by like paying them. So now I'm not working with any designer to say, oh, if you need students, come and, you know, take students. Because what I am really training my students to become are entrepreneurs, to stand for themselves.
Okay, so you're very focused on saying, if you come here, we want you to be an entrepreneur.
You will start your business, yes. Okay. Yes, you start your business.
That's very good.
So far, you know, we've not had, we had just two, you know, students that have also started their businesses, like Siri Black and Sisters Creation. They came back, you know, just to do internship for 2 months, but then they're still running their businesses. So I don't really keep them, you know, but if they want to stay, yes, then yes, they can stay. And then we start paying them because we need more hands, actually, with the numbers we're taking. But this training, the foundation student that we want to do, the 500, I'm actually looking for more students to train. I don't need to know these people, you know. They should just go on our website, you know, www.GYMTFashionAcademy.com. You know, they should apply for the foundation training, and it's totally free, so they should come. I want to train as much as.
So when does that training start?
We've started already.
Okay, so now you're still looking for more people.
Yeah, we're looking for more people to apply.
So 500 people. So if you're at home and you're not working and you want to be a fashion designer, go to GYMT
Fashion Academy, yes.
GYMT Fashion Academy?
Yes.
To apply to this
for the
program.
foundation program.
How do you, and I want to know, I think what you're doing is commendable. It's actually really remarkable that a young lady such as yourself has decided to take this initiative where we're talking about a situation where government should provide jobs. There are a lot of students that are unemployed. They're looking for ways to kind of earn a living, not to go into anything that is going to be negative or bad, or get into the bad hands and follow
dignified
along the
work. People are looking for dignified work.
So what do you say, or what is your view on the fact that government is not doing or is doing enough to kind of help the workforce, and someone as yourself, as a private citizen, is now putting so much into
the government cannot do everything for us. I mean, they are trying their best, you know. But I think it's good to partner with people like us, you know, that is helping them feel. Well, I'm waiting for them to come, you know. So the last time we had this interview, I told you that, you know, let my work speak for me. So like the students that we have, you know, they are the ones going out to say, oh, I finished from this school, I want you to come. Even the Sisters Creation, she finished from the school, and now her sister is my student. You know, mother is in the school, she's paying for her daughter to join the school. So it's because of the work that we're doing. So I don't know how to go say, oh, come partner with me, or come do this with me. I want to do what I'm doing and then let people see my work and say, okay, I want to be part of this, you know. So yes, the government is doing what they're doing, but they should come look for me, you know, because I'm actually doing a lot. With or without them, I'll continue doing what I am doing, you know, because it's passion for me, really. And also the GYMT African Humanitarian Award is a platform, like I said, that we've created for them. So they get to showcase their brand on that day. They get to officially launch their brand on that day. And then we have like...
so, sorry, I think for the students, so the launching of the humanitarian and the fashion show.
Fashion show, yes.
How many times does that happen? And is that for the students that have been there over a course of 12 months? Or is it students that have gone through a successful training?
From 6 months up. I try to discourage my students from doing 3 months, you know, but from 6 months, you get 2 months. So most times they do like the 8 months. So from 8 monthts up, you know, they graduate and
then they showcase.
They showcase, yes. Like in November, they showcased the bridal collections. They made bridal dresses. Like if you see the finishing, you'll be thrilled. The project they did yesterday that they showed not quite long, most of the students did in less than 4 months, less than 3 months, you know. So, but if you do from 6 months, I'm sure that you can, you know, take up the business and then even manage your team better, because we're not just teaching them, you know, how to start making clothes for themselves, but how to, you know, when they have a team, they manage how to also manage the customer. Next month, we do like different projects. So next month, they're not just going to be making for themselves, they're going to be making for their classmates, you know, so that they start learning how to, you know, take up different body shapes and all that. So they are really going through a lot of training, and then when they finish, you know, they become better designers. And also working with time, we did a project on speed sewing. So, you know, so that we remove this stigma that we have that designers are always disappointing, you know, their clients. So they did like the speed sewing, and then without supervision, so it's like a mini exam. They made an outfit that was given to them, you know, by the facilitators under 5-6 hours. You know,
let me ask you this. Do you feel, because, I mean, from conversations that I've had with a lot of designers over the couple of years, a lot of designers, usually the workforce that many Nigerian designers have an issue with. And I know you're doing a great job, and your thing is to really push entrepreneurs. But do you feel that there could be some sort of connection or some sort of placement done within what you do to kind of connect designers who are in need of good hands or in need of people to come and aid what they're doing already? So like pattern cutters and proper tailors or people that can actually help and aid their business and also grow the industry in that aspect.
Yes, so we had, last year, we had some designers they sent a mail, you know, that I think they were launching their brand. There was a bridal company, actually, that said she was launching her brand, and she needed some students to come, you know, work for her because she's seen her jobs and all that. Okay. And then you know, of course, we have like a group where we communicate. We have an alumni group and a student group. You know, so I sent the proposal to the group, but the students were not interested. Like I said, I'm building them to stand to be entrepreneurs, so they're not really interested. But then, yes, the platform is open. I mean, they're coming out fresh, so the designers that need their service can
designers can also send their team, their staff to come to you to get training.
Yes, they can come. Yes, they can come. I mean, they will structure better. They will learn better finishing. They will learn different, you know, like the pattern cutting. Most people think that fashion is just basic. You know, fashion is actually very intense and it's broad. I mean, you can be a stylist, you know, and be making money. You can go into just bespoke tailoring and be making money, haute couture, be making money. You know, you can even, like I said, own a fashion academy and also be making money. So it's left for you to now define your strength and then carve a niche for yourself. Do I want to go into ready to wear? Do I want to just make shirts? You know, if they want beautiful shirts, you know, can I deliver just shirts? You know, you don't have to say you're doing bridal or you're doing everything or children's wear. You need to know what you know, your strength, and then carve a niche for yourself. And that's what we're teaching the students, actually.
Princess, it's always nice to have you on the show. Congratulations to everything, and I wish those people that will be applying that they reach out to you.
They should come. I mean, we have the capacity to take as much as we can. Yes, they should apply.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well done.
It's time now for a short break. When we return, Charles Onwaku, Arise News analyst and producer, will be joining us to review the top newspaper headlines from across the country. So stay with us.